War. War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
You're awake. How about that? Whoa, easy there. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
I'm just gonna skip through this since I already have my.
It's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Goodsprings. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
This is exactly not what I want to look like, but, fun fact, this is actually supposed to be the Vault Boy. So apparently the cannon courier looked like the Vault Boy. Because apparently this is the only character that didn't come from a vault, besides, I think, Fallout 2. So yeah, he has to look like a Vault Boy.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? Over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
Sure thing, good old Doc, but first I need to... No, I don't want to... I want to... Where is it? There we go. I want to load this save, which has the actual character that I fine-tuned, named, of course, it is Flynt Nuka in the flesh. Let's do a bit of looting if I can. Also, FOV 95, because I ain't a bitch. So it says sarsaparillas. Hello.
You're looking good so far. Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try.
Gotcha.
We'll learn right quick if you get back all your faculties.
So you got your usual, your strength, your perception, your endurance, your charisma, your intelligence, your agility, and of course your luck. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dump charisma, intelligence up to 9, luck up to 8, and then put 1 into perception, and 1 into agility. That is going to be my character.
Huh. Must be some frontal lobe damage. Well, we know your vitals are good, but that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered and a big one dropped. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking.
Gotcha. Yeah, I do have mods installed, but they're not going to be game-changing. And, well, too game-changing.
All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog.
You know, I'll do this just, dog, train.
House.
House, I will go through this like as if I would be actually taking
Night.
it.
Bandit. Light. Mother. Okay. Now, I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one. Conflict just ain't in my nature.
Yeah, I'd recommend if you are playing this game for the first time, I'd recommend going through this like you actually would, like based on who you are as a person, because it actually gets surprisingly accurate, but...
I'm always fixing to be the center of attention. I'm slow to embrace new ideas. I charge in to deal with my problems head on. Almost done here. What do you say
you don't
have a
have
look
to.
at this?
This is basically just a
Tell me what
replacement
this is.
for picking out your skills, so...
Okay. How about this one? Last one.
That looks like two bears high-fiving.
Well, that's
Haha, I made
all
the joke.
short. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
Alright, so apparently according to my thing, I got guns, science, and sneak. I don't want those. What I'm gonna do is instead lockpick, speech, and barter. Yeah, get those ones up. Even though I could get one of these skills up, I'm good with that.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
Alright, these are your traits. Each trait has a positive effect and a negative effect attached to it. Like, for instance, 4 eyes. You have to wear glasses to get +1 perception, otherwise you will have a -1 perception. I'm going to go with good-natured, which gives you a +5 skill points to barter, medicine, repair, science, and speech, but a -5 to energy weapons, explosive, explosives, guns, melee weapons, and unarmed, because usually you're only going to be using like 2 of these weapons, either melee and guns, energy weapons and unarmed, that kind of thing. So, and then I'm also going to be taking skills, which is plus 5 points to every one of my skills, which already negates the -5 to those, and just adds more on top of it. But now I suffer from 10% experience gain, meaning I will not be getting as much experience points as I need. So if something is worth, say, 100 XP, it will now be down to 90. Wild Wasteland would be nice for a playthrough, but, you know, I'm just not that interested in it right now, so let's go.
Alright, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
Alright, Doc Mitchell.
Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to be now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style anyway.
Well, thank you for patching me up.
Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
Oh, don't worry, I'm on now hardcore mode. I'm not going to be doing it. Basically, you have to eat, sleep, and drink. You need to... healing items don't heal immediately. Well, certain ones don't. And you need to make sure... It's just the harder difficulty. So, no, I won't activate that. But what I will do is talk to you again.
I expect you'll be wanting to go outside after being cooped up for so long, but if you have any questions, I'll answer what I can.
Medicine a 30. Can I get some extra medication?
Of course. You've been through a lot. Ain't much, but these'll do you right if the pain flares up.
Good amount of stim packs, but could I get a little more?
Of course. You've been through a lot. Ain't much, but these'll do you right if the pain flares up.
And thank you, good man Doc. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to rob your house. And yes, one of the mods I have, usually that Vigilant Reloader perk, I need to level up and actually take that as a perk. But now I just get it automatically because it's not as needed. Some ammo for the guns that I just so happen to have. A hat. A knife, some ammo. These will always have something in it, whether it be from stim packs, and the ammo box usually has ammo that is for late game guns or mid game guns, usually. Dresser park stroller outfit +1 agility, that'd be pretty good for now, but I don't need it. Take the vodka, because it's worth a pretty penny. And now this is our inventory. We got our stats and stuff. We got our items and stuff, like our weapons, apparel, and ammo, aid, and miscellaneous is just stuff we carry around. Right up on this lightweight leather armor. And we got a bunch of weapons from those packs we just unlocked. But yeah, here we are. Our beautiful manlet. Alright, let's go. And welcome to Goodsprings. We're just gonna get a bunch of notices because of the DLCs. Mailbox doesn't have anything. Hello, Victor.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle?
Why, thank you. Thanks for digging me out of that grave.
Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need.
How did you happen to find me?
I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick.
So apparently I didn't die from being shot in the head, so that's good. Actually, here's something quite unknown, is that apparently I've been shot in the head twice.
Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that.
How did you end up here?
I moseyed into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd. Anyway, it's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place to settle as any.
Well, good. What kind of robot are you? Because I believe this is a new type of robot that was introduced in this game.
I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy.
Goodbye.
Happy trails!
Hello, and now... Oh, more DLC. And now we're in the good old town of Goodsprings. I'll head down there in a bit, but first... I want to get myself acquainted over here by first off checking this dude's mailbox, which is empty, going into his house. We're not going to steal from... Or we might be stealing from him, depends... Nope, this isn't the house with the book. And that should be the final of the DLC messages. One of these bottle caps is a... Oh, nope, that's my fist. A Sunset Star bottle cap. Those are very useful later down the line, but right now we don't need to worry about that. Check the dumpsters. Mojave Express, basically a couple of locations around the map that have these mailboxes. You can put an item in, send it to another one of the boxes, so if you're ever traveling by there, you can pick them up. Not really that useful, but sometimes, you know, if you're ever in that pinch where you need to... If you're ever in a pinch where you need to, you know, get an item... They're good for hardcore mode, because in hardcore mode, while you still can fast travel, it's much easier to just sort of walk around instead of wasting, like, food and water, just trying to teleport to places, so that's always nice. We're going to be heading into the schoolhouse. In here, there's going to be a bunch of mantises. Ooh, a Milsurp review. They're not too tough, so it should be easy. Easy pickings. Well, there we go. And now, before I do anything else, just want to take out this pistol and just shoot at them. There we go. Squash the bugs. Nice pile of XP. Let's see, we get a Programmer's Digest and a bobby pin. Now, here's the thing. There's two different types of, quote-unquote, B&E, breaking and entering. You got hacking and lockpicking. Now, the thing is, in this game and in a lot of Fallout games, sometimes there's a safe that needs to be lockpicked, or you can hack it by a terminal. However, if you first go into hacking and decipher the password, let's see, if I can decipher. There we go. If I get the XP for hacking the terminal, it'll now say that I'm able to disengage the lock. However, I can just close out and go into the lockpicking. I do not need to open it through the thing. I can get 2 bouts of XP, and I still get the stuff inside. So I got ball caps, mentats, pre-war money, a guaranteed stealth boy, and super stim pack. And that's all there is in here. You can check blockers. Sometimes they have good stuff in it, but it's probably not worth to bother. Now we're heading over to Victor's shack. Meeting people. basically those things are like, let me explain a bit. These are magazines. They up your skills stats temporarily by 10. Weapon repair kit guaranteed, and some ammo boxes, which tend to have useful ammo for this early in the game. Right, now we're gonna head into this house over here. Belongs to is this Easy Pizza? No, this isn't Easy Pizza. However, there is another Sunset Star, and I believe on this bookshelf over here is a Chinese Spec Ops trainer. Basically, that is a skill book and not a magazine. Skill books permanently increase your skills, but only led by like 3. A switchblade. I can sell that. Empty mailbox, but in here, there's nothing. Never mind, that's not Easy Pete's house. This is Easy Pete's house, which for some reason, he doesn't mind if we take the stuff in here, for whatever reason. What do we got? Merc Grunt outfit, melee and guns. Not really necessary for me, so I'm not going to worry about that. In the fridge, we got some nice wine. Nice grow on a stick. It's weird, I could have sworn it was in Fallout 4 where the wine is actually more valuable. But yeah. Now we're gonna head back up here. And we're going to talk to Chet, the owner of the general store.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office.
Yeah, me
I've
neither.
got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me.
And he's
If
not
you're
lying
hurting
about
for
that.
caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for.
Exactly. First off, let's ask about it. What are the weapon mods and special ammo?
Weapon mods are things like silencers, scopes, bigger magazines. Special ammo includes things like armor-piercing bullets, which don't hurt the target as much, but let you punch through armor easier. There's also hollow point bullets, which have the opposite effect. You can kill unarmored targets easier, but they don't do shit against armor.
Alright, and then what makes the surplus ammo inferior?
It's all about quantity over quality. Trouble is, you'll be cleaning and fixing your gun a lot more than usual when you use those kind of bullets.
Yes. What do you have for sale?
Can do.
So here's how the shop trading works. It's basically simple. You got your inventory, their inventory. Right now I'm gonna sell a bunch of the stuff I don't need. Like right now I don't need these binoculars. Knife, laser pistol. Keep these weapons, which are from the gun, from the many packs we got, even though people might be saying it's cheating. I don't think it's cheating. I think it's just more like, hey, the game gives it to you. I'll keep that anti-venom. I need the bleak venom, though. That's for, like, if you want to put it on your knife or whatever. Carton of cigarettes, packs of cigarettes. Keep the pre-war money. Now we have about 529 to trade with, so I can go get myself a shovel. I can get myself a pretty good plasma pistol, which might be well worth it. 20 damage. Pre-war hat. Always take the pre-war hat. Extra stim packs would be nice, but first let's see what kind of thing. Laser pistol say, yes, a plasma pistol recycler. That's what would probably make the plasma pistol worth it. Oh, but here we go. That's more worth it. A varmint rifle silencer. Yeah, that's what we need. And I guess I'll take some rounds. There we go. Accept the trade.
Give me a shout if you need anything else.
Thank you. Do you know anything about the people who attacked me, by the way?
The leader was a New Vegas type. Typical city boy. He had a bunch of Great Khans with him, probably hired guns. The Great Khans normally stay in their own territory way up northwest, on account of them being enemies with the NCR.
Alright, well thank you anyway. Tell me about New Vegas and the cons. No need, I can explain those.
Take it easy now.
Thank you. Basically, I'll explain the Great Cons when we get to them, but yeah, now we are going... There's also these reloading bench and workbench. Basically, reloading bench deals with ammo. You can make or break ammo. And a regular workbench means you can make or break other kinds of things, like, for instance, energy ammo. You can make aids, ammos, miscellaneous, and even some weapons if you've got the right skills. And then back here, there are 4 crates full of Sunny Set sarsaparilla, which are just great to have. And now let's go find Sunny Smiles.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to.
Hello, Sunny. Before we talk about this, can you suggest a route to Prim?
Sure can. Take the road southeast out of town till it hits the freeway. Prim is the town with the roller coaster straight south. Can't miss it. NCR patrols do a good job of keeping the highway clear, but I'd keep your gun where you can reach it easily. You never know who you'll run into. Off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wildlife. My advice would be to stick to the highway when you can.
Alright, thank you. I'm a little short on cash. Do you have any work?
Not in Goodsprings, no. But if you're up for a little scavenging, there's always the schoolhouse. Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite. If you wanna
Really?
take a shot at it, take these.
Magazine on locksmiths and bobby pins. Magazine raises your skill if it's too low, and the bobby pins are just like little keys you need.
Oh. Well, go ahead and keep the stuff I gave you anyway. It'll be more useful to you than me.
Alright, well thank you. Now, Doc Mitchell said you could teach me?
Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
Alright, thank you. I'll meet you there. Let's see. Okay, pistol. When she gets up here, she's going to give me the varmint rifle, which she wants me to use on these bottles. But I'd say don't waste the ammo, because 5.56 ammo can be really useful. So what I would recommend instead is take your BB gun.
See the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit it. That's the right idea. Try crouching down and staying still. It'll help you. Nice shot.
There we go.
Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to...
No, I didn't. Oh, sorry. Basically, she's just saying, hey, would you like to help us with the gecko problem? And I'm saying, sure. So let's get out that machete. Let's do a bit of third-person running. And now we're just going to head over to where the geckos have been bothering people. And then once you arrive here, the gecko's over there. Sunny is going to come up and say, like, hey, be careful. Try to sneak up on them. This is where you're supposed to learn, like, oh, if you crouch, you can sneak and hide from enemies. There's also VATS, which lets you fight. But right now, I'm not going to do any of that because it's much, much easier to just go up and slice their necks. There we go. Bloody the machete. Take all their stuff, because they got meats and hides. Meats you can eat, hides you can sell.
See? You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing.
Yes, I'd recommend doing this because just finish the tutorial, because not only do you get a little extra, a good amount of extra ammo, but you also get your first bit of Goodsprings reputation. So, let's go get that quickly. And then if we hurry down here, putting away your weapon makes you run faster for whatever reason. There's a girl over here that needs help killing the geckos.
Teach you to mess with
Hello.
me. Holy moly. If you hadn't come here like you done, I'd be a goner for sure. I came up here to draw water, but here, you should have what I got. You look thirsty.
Why, thank you. I've gotten some reputation, which Actually, I will explain that later. But for now...
Now that was some good work. Even got a little exciting there at the end. Here's a little spending money for the trouble. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested?
Sure, that couldn't hurt.
Alright then. We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want some xander root and a brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember there being xander root over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get cooking.
Alright, and we also got a level up. Now, basically, you get, depending on your intelligence, you get a certain amount of skill points to update your skills. Like, right now, I've got 15. So, let me put most of that into lockpick 50, because that's going to be... Well, actually, no, not lockpick 50. I'm going to want... I'll do later. You know, I want my guns up to 25. Explosives up to 25, and then I'll put the last bit into speech. There we go. And now here are the perks. You can take a perk. Because of the mod I have installed, I am able to... In the vanilla game, you're able to take one perk every 2 levels. Level cap is 50, so you get 25 perks. But I have a mod that makes it so I'm allowed to take a perk every level. So that's why there's this option that says no perk. So I'm going to take a Confirmed Bachelor because extra damage and extra speech dialogues against men, always useful. By a campfire on the trail. Now, Sunny Smiles is going to staying down here. She wants me to go all the way back to Goodsprings to get the materials we need for the crafting item that we need. But, however, if we just head up this road and come... Oh, by the way, once you've reached the edge of Goodsprings, you're able to re-edit your name and rebuild your character. I don't really need to, but if you come up here, got a xander root, and if you're careful over here, there's a boy. Let me just mod my rifle to have a silencer on it. There we go. And now with that gecko running off, we can now grab the brock flower. Where did that gecko go? There's one over there. There we go. 2 geckos dead. We'll deal with those geckos in a bit. Yeah, let's head back down. Hello.
Let me see what you got. Yeah, these'll do just fine. Just fine. Alright now. We're gonna be making something folks on the trail call healing powder. Go on over to that campfire now. Give it a try.
Alright. Here is the 3rd workbench, which is cooking. Basically, these are just sort of recipes. You can make healing, aid, or chems, or food, or miscellaneous. Whatever the case may be. Right now, we need to make some healing powder. Now, along with food, basically, something I also forgot to mention, every crafting thing requires your skill. So right now, a lot of these things right now require either a survival skill of 30, 50, 25. Some of these other things require much higher. Certain things don't require it, but it's usually quest items, so.
Hey, that's not bad, see? All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe. Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or reloading bench, whatever. Well, I hope that's enough to get you started. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
And that's what I'm going to do, but first, because we completed that quest, there should be... Aha, yes, this man. Over here. Hello, this man. What do you want?
Hello? Can you help me?
Sure thing, Barton Thorne. What would you like?
My girl is trapped by geckos on the ridge, and I can't get to her. Please, she's going to die.
Where is she?
Go up the path, past the broken radio tower, and go to the right. They're at the top of the trail.
Alright, I'll see what I can do.
You will? Thank you for helping me. Please hurry.
And here we just got an unmarked quest. There's two different types of quests. Ones that have like the name, like the by the campfire trail, and other quests that are sort of like just little objectives you need to complete. Like right now, we're gonna go help Barton Thorne's girlfriend. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take out my grenade rifle. And we're coming up to the ridge where the supposed geckos are staying. The animation's glitching on the third person, which is fine because we're not worried about that. We are worried about right now are these... Where are they? There we go, geckos. So if we... Gecko's over there, trying to steal my lunch. But we're not going to let him have it. They've all been crippled, so I can just slice whatever's remaining of them. There we go. Now what they were protecting was unfortunately already killed his girlfriend. But up here is a box with a Merc cruiser outfit, disarm the bear trap, and an ammo box with a 10mm pistol. And of course, they were also protecting a refrigerator with just some stuff in it. Now, we're going to take out the pistol, the weathered pistol, not the pistol we just got. That's different. Now, if we head over here.
Sorry I tricked you, but thanks for clearing out the geckos. Now I can get to that stash up there, after I deal with you.
And he's decided to betray us. However, we got VATS on our side. So VATS works is you get to target whatever body part. Head is 50%, so let's go after that a few times. Basic coin toss, so obviously not going to hit it every time. That's what, So he's got some stuff on him. That's real, always take-full. And yeah, there we go. He was just using us to get to that stash. However, we got to it first, so ha ha ha. Now let's go say hi to Trudy. Well, actually, before we say hi to Trudy, let's go see those locations that Sonny wanted us to go to. We've already been to the schoolhouse. But if we were to head back there... Alright, over here, there's some mantises that spawned. Just a few. Just simple XP. But in this game, the more XP you get, the higher your level is. The higher your level is, the stronger you will inevitably be. So keep that in mind. But for now, let's go talk to Trudy.